and back. Good. Let's do 8 of these.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Forward and down your back. Good. And then really exaggerate it. So 4 more. Keep breathing. Good. 1 more. Nice job, you guys. All right, so standing nice and tall, draw your chin back into your throat, and then draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Good. Really stretch that right arm down. Good. Circle your chin down and other side. Good. So stretching that left hand down. Exhale, chin to your chest. Other side. Yep. Feel the stretch. Good. Chin to your chest. Other side. Good. Stretch the opposite hand down. You'll get a better stretch. All right. Chin to your chest. 1 more time each side. Yeah, you can dance with your, if you want to do this at the same time. Chin to your chest. Other side. Really draw that ear to your shoulder.
Really stretch out your neck, guys. Stretch out your traps.
All right. Take your left arm, big circles back 8 times. So just the left arm. Keep it here. Reach back, look back. Good. And 8 times. So here we go. We're stepping it up. Big circles. Nice. 4 more, you guys. 4, 3. Yeah. Bend your knees 2. Last one. Nice. Guess what? We're going to do 8 on the other side.
All right.
Here we go. Right arm, big circle, even look back. Good. And again. Big circle, look back. Oh, keep breathing, flowing with your breath, you guys. It's hump day. It's halfway through the week. We're halfway through our circles. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come back to center. All right. Feet are hip width distance apart. Okay. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up. Good. Exhale, throw back forward. Touch the ground. So bend your knees. Bend your knees as much as you need to touch the ground. Let your head go. Bring your torso towards your legs. Good. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. So you can put your hands on your shins or right under your shoulders. Exhale, bow forward towards your legs. Good. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. You guys got it. Nice flat backs. Exhale, bow forward. So your chest is coming towards your thighs. Good. 1 more time. Come halfway up, flat back. And exhale, bow forward. Chest towards your thighs. Stay here. Good. And just hold elbow to elbow. Let your head hang. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Turn it to the right. Bring the weight more into the balls of your feet. Yeah, you're trying to really stretch into the back of your legs. Great job, you guys. All right. Bring your legs a little bit wider now. Hands are under your shoulders. You're going to bend your left knee and straighten your right. Good. And switch. Yep. Warming up our hips. Good. And switch. And switch. Okay, guess what? 4 more times each side. Sink low on the hips. Switch. Good job, you guys. 1 more each side. And switch. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach up. Good. Exhale, hands come down. Take that left arm up. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale. Bring that left arm across your body. So we're doing windmills. All right. Inhale up. Both arms reach up. Right arm comes across your left leg. Look behind with your left arm. Inhale up. Good. Exhale down. Other side.
See you later.
Windmills. I know you're kind of new to this, Jacob, but you'll pick up on it. Switch. All right. 4 more. Inhale up, exhale. Woo, keep pulling your torso towards your leg. Inhale up, exhale. Good, one more time each side. Woo, blow with your breath. Inhale up, you guys are doing awesome. Exhale. Woo, and shake it out. Nice stretching, you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you feel good this morning.
I wish I had 3 hands.
All right, we're gonna do backstroke, alternating arms, okay? So here we go. Inhale, left arm circles up and back and around, and right arm. And keep a bend in your legs. And left arm, and right arm. Big circles, so we're alternating. And 4 more. 4, 3, alternating arms, 2, and 1. Good, come back to center. All right, inhale, arms sweep up, reach up. Good, come on your tiptoes. Yeah, come on your tiptoes. Okay, bring your heels down. Bring that left arm across your body for a nice stretch. Use that right arm to assist. You guys know this. Good, and release, inhale up. Lift those heels. Good, come high on those heels. Exhale, hands come down, right arm comes across the body. Yeah, for a stretch. Good, release, inhale up, one more time each side. Heels up, you guys, grow tall. Yay! Exhale. Nice job, inhale up. And exhale, last time this side. Nice, release, inhale up, heels up, grow tall. Yeah, let me see how tall you are. Bend that left elbow, bicep by your ear. Good. Bring your heels down. Press the back of your head into your bicep. Walk your left fingertips down your back. Breathe here. Holding the pose, not the breath. And release. Good, hands come down, inhale up. Good, come on your tiptoes one more time. Good, heels come down, right arm bends, bicep by your ear. Your left arm to assist your fingertips down your back. Nice job, you guys. You're gonna have such better range of motion. I know.
What do you mean by that?
And release. Inhale up, exhale, arms come down. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a deep lunge. So bring your left leg forward. Okay, we're gonna do our lunge with our thoracic rotation. So remember your foundation, left knee is over your left ankle. Good, reach your arms out in front of you, straight out in front of you. Back leg strong and steady. Inhale, open up with that left arm, look back, good. Exhale, bring that hand back together, good. Right arm reaches out, and it comes back to meet the left. You guys got it, this is a flow. Good, stay strong and steady in your legs, you got it. Really reach back with your arm, really reach back, like pull your arms in 2 directions. And 4 more, stay here. Good, keep going. 3 more. You guys are doing it. I know your legs are probably shaking. 2 more, 1 each side. Nice. Yes. Nice, come back to center. Yay, you guys are awesome. Hands come down, and guess what? You're gonna have fun. Let's do these jump switches together. So everyone, our hands down. So when you jump switch, you really wanna hollow out your belly and be as light as you can on your feet. So here we go, 8, and we're gonna end up with our right leg in front. Ready? And go. 3, 4, you guys got it. 6, 7. You actually have to do 9. There's like a bonus bonus one to make sure that the other leg's in front. Okay, draw your belly in, arms come up, shoulders stack over your hips. Here we go. Right leg is forward. Inhale, open up. Good, flow. Exhale, bring that hand to meet the other. Open up, right arms. Good, bring it back to meet the left. You guys got it. Nice strong legs. Good, open up. Arm comes back, you're halfway there. 4 more, you guys can do it. Nice job, I can see you guys flowing. Graceful arms, strong legs. Good, 1 more each side. Open up, bring it back. Good, last time, right arm reaches back. And comes to meet the left. Nice job, you guys. All right, hands come down. And guess what? We're gonna jump switch it again. Really proud of you. Here we go. 8 of these, ready? Actually, we're gonna do 9 because we wanna end up with the other leg forward. All right, hollow out your belly, be nice and light. And go. Have fun with it. And 8. Good. So your other leg is forward. So you have to have 9. Good. And then come on up. Good. Arms reach up for a moment. Good. So you're in a high lunge. Good. You can keep your arms up, or you can bring your hands to your hips because we're going to do our lunge balance. Okay. So we're going to press in the front foot, come up with the back leg, and then step it back. 8 times, okay? So here we are, you guys can do it. You're nice and strong. Left leg's forward. Grow tall in your spine. Take a deep breath. Good, push into that front foot. Draw it up. Back leg. Good, and now bring it back. Good, and again. Press into the front foot. It's okay if you need 2 steps. Yep. 6 more, you guys can do it. Strong legs. Nice, 5 more. Come on up. Let me see your balance. Nice. 4 more. And 3 more. Come up to the balance, you guys got it. Good, 2 more. Nice, step it back, last time. Bring it up. Woo, hold it here. 2, 3. If you want more of a challenge, bring your arms up. Just for a moment. Yay. Good. Bring that leg down. Shake it out. Woo! Good job, you guys. It's a lot of focus. Okay. Switch legs. So your other leg is forward. I'm mirroring you, so right leg would be forward. All right. And then grow tall in your spine. Reach your biceps by your ears. Stretch up. Just for 1 deep inhale. Nice job. I see why really stretching. Okay, hands come down. We've got 8 on this side. Back leg comes up. Press into the front foot. Bring it up to a square. Stay strong. And now step it back to a lunge. Yep, that's 1. Here we go. 2. Bring it up. Stay focused. Bring it back. Nice. And again, bring it up. This is 3. Step it back. Good job, you guys. And 4. Nice. You're halfway done. Halfway done. Good. Keep drawing that belly in nice and tight. And we have 3 more. Good. You guys are doing great. And 2 more. I know this is really challenging your balance, but you can do it. Okay, last one. Yay, stay here. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, shake it out, you guys. Woo! I'm so proud of you. That was awesome. It's not easy to do that.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. But I like it that you're up for the challenge. So we're going to come on down, and we're going to do our side plank. Okay? So You're gonna roll onto your right arm, your outer edges of your right feet, and begin to stack your shoulders. So we did this on Monday. And if you can, that left arm is gonna come up overhead. Otherwise, you can bring the hand to your hip. So draw the belly in, strong legs here. We're gonna lift that upper leg up and down 8 times. Here we go. Good, stay nice and tight, you guys got it. Lift and down, lift and down. Good, 6 more. And 5. Good, stay strong. 4, you're halfway there. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Bring your hips down. Swing those legs around, and we're going to the other side, okay, guys? So it's really important, draw that head of your arm back so that shoulder's not coming forward. Good. Stack your feet, press into that left arm. If it's hard for you to stack your feet, you can, well, actually it's better to keep the feet stacked. So flex your feet, good, stack your feet. Maybe reach up with that right arm if you can, or bring the hand to your hip. Here we go, we're gonna lift. Lift that upper leg, lift and down. Good, stay strong, lift and down. 6 more, lift and down. 5 more, you guys got it. Lift, down, you're halfway there. Lift. 3, 2 more, lift, down, lift, and down. Woo! Nice job, you guys. That's a bit of a challenge. Swing those legs around. We're gonna do 1 more time each side. I know you guys can do it. Okay? So remember, coming into the pose, really draw that shoulder back. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Stack your shoulders. Straight legs. You guys are strong. You can do it. Ready? Upper leg lifts. Up and down. And up and down. And lift. And down. And lift. And down. And 4 more. 4. You guys got it. 3. Good. Keep those legs strong. 2. And 1. Woo! Hips come down. Last time, other side, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Draw the shoulder back. Good. Squeeze the thighs together. Lift up. Nice. Maybe you challenge yourself with really shining with that upper arm. I'm going to do it. So that's a little more of a challenge. Ready? Lift the upper leg and down. And lift and down. And lift, down, lift, down. 4 more, you guys. 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Yeah, shaking's good. Lift and down. Woo! Hips come down. Good. Come up to standing. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out.
As you can see, I'm not that flexible.
It's all right, you'll get there, Jacob. It's
You
all about
will
working,
get
right?
there.
This is as flexible as I could be. I didn't take gymnastics like my sister.
It doesn't matter. We're all in this together. Okay, so we're gonna do
I gotta
our
eat better.
squats and our punches and kicks. Okay? So be prepared. Make sure. I want you guys to get out all your energy, your frustration that you may have, any anxiety about anything going on in your life. This is your time to get it out. So ready? Here we go. Squat all together. Let me see you sink your hips. Nice. Belly draws in. And ready? Kick, punch. Go. Squat. Kick, punch. We're doing 8. Go. That was 4. 4 more, you guys. 4. Yeah. 3. Let me see. High punches. 2. Last one. Woo! Shake it out. We got an extra one, and that's good. All right. And other side. Here we go. Everyone sink low with me. I'm waiting. Sink your hips low. Shoulders back, belly in. I want to see some high kicks. Ready? Squat, kick, punch. Squat, Kick punch. Good. Squat. Kick punch. Nice. That's 4. 4 more. 4. 3.
Keep going, you guys. Let's see those punches.
And 1. Woo! Shake it out. So proud of you guys.
Good job, everybody.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to challenge you one more time each side and really try to sink extra low, like 2 more inches, and higher kicks. You can do it, okay? We can do it. Here we go. Ready? Everybody sink. Sink your hips super low. Shoulders draw back, belly nice. I see everyone. And go. Nice. Woo! 3, 4. 4 more, you guys. 4.
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
2.
Nice kick, Alex.
1.
Dang, man. Looking like Karate Kid.
Guys. Woo, arms come up. Arms come down. Other side. Here we go. Sink low. Really proud of you. Challenging your own self. Ready? High kicks. Sink and go. Kick punch. Nice. And 3. And 4. And 4 more, you guys. 4. 3. High kicks. 2. And 1. Nice. Guys, that's awesome. So proud of you.
Good job, guys. Keep it up.
On the wall, we're going to hold our wall squats, okay? So you want to sink your hips really low. Your knees are going to be stacked over your ankles. And I'm going to challenge you with your arms being cactus arms, okay? Or hold that pose. So make sure your head and your hips are against the wall. And we're going to hold here, okay? We're going to hold here. And then we're going to rotate our head to the left and to the right. So everybody get in position. If you're already here, you're getting in an extra workout. You can do this. All right? Here we go. The head rotates to the left. Back to center. To the right. Strong legs. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. 4 more times. Left. Here. Right. Here. Strong legs. Left. Center. And right. Center. Nice job. You guys stay here. Feel the burn in your legs. Nice. Stay here. Feel the burn. 1. All right. Bring your hands. Push yourself gently off the wall. Woo, shake out those legs. Strong legs, you guys. So proud of you. That's a challenge. We're going to do another set. It's just going to be a little different. So you guys can look, and then I'll have you come into the pose. So you're going to sink. You're going to sink low. And then right here, we're going to bring our arms up. Good. So your fingers touch the wall. Your elbows stay on the wall. And we've done this. It's kind of like a snow angel. And it really helps the upper body. Okay? So the one thing you want to stay aware of is draw your belly in. Yeah, have a tight core. So make sure not arch your back. So everyone get in position. And we're going to do snow angels. Yep. Here we go. Ready? Snow angel. Elbows draw up. Fingertips come together. Try to keep your elbows and fingertips on the wall. And down.
Keep your head on the wall too, guys.
Head on the wall, yes. And down. I know it's challenging. You guys can do it. And up. And down. It looks easy, but it's not if you're keeping your arm, elbows, wrists, and head on the wall. Up. And down. Yeah, keep going. 4 more. Feel the burn. Embrace it. Up. Down. Good. Up. Down. Got 2 more. You'll feel this opening up your upper back. Down. Last time. Brace the burn in your legs. Up and down. Woo! Let's come to the thighs. Nice job, you guys. And you can push yourself gently off the wall. Woo! Shake that out. That was a bit of a challenge.
No
A
kidding.
lot of a challenge.
Especially if I don't have much
Very good.
wall in the room that I'm in.
Yeah, so we're gonna come onto our backs. Onto your backs, you guys. Bring your knees into your chest. And now bring your ankles right below your knees. We're gonna do bridge. Okay? If you have a block or something, I want you to put it in between your knees. Something that's similar to a block. If you don't, no worries. Okay, palms come down by your sides. Be ready. We're gonna do 12 bridges where you lift your hips high, tucking your tailbone in, squeezing the block if you have it. Here we go, all together. And lift.
Raise your hips,
Up
guys.
and down. So you're pressing into your feet, lifting your hips high towards the ceiling. Keep rolling your outer shoulders down. Down.
Roots on top.
10 more. 10. And down. Keep lifting a little higher. Down. 8 more. You guys got it. Good. Squeeze the block. And up. And down. Keep going, you guys. Don't squeeze. You have to lift your hips high. Down. Lost track. I think we have 4 more.
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
And 3 more. Keep going to your outer shoulders. And
Good job,
2.
Jacob. Keep it up. I see you doing work.
And 1. Woo! Hips come down. Nice. Take your block away if you have it, just for a moment, and hug your knees into your chest. Yay! Give yourself a great big hug. Let's see. Give yourself a great big hug. Nice. So we're gonna just do 4 on the next set, and then we're gonna hold it at the top. Okay. So if you have a block, you're gonna put it in between your inner thighs. Okay. And the goal is really press into your palms, roll your outer shoulders down. You guys got this? Here we go. Yeah, the Little Mermaid. So lift high and down and lift and down. Good. Yeah. Lift down. Okay, this is the 4th one, so you're gonna stay here. Now roll your outer shoulders down, press gently into the back of your head. Good, and keep lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Yeah, if you can grab your hands, that's great. A finger, interlace your hands. Keep rolling your outer shoulders down. Good, if you can't touch your fingers, that's okay. Keep lifting the hips. Here we go, a little bit higher, you guys.
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
You guys got it. Keep going.
And 1. Woo! Bring those hips down. Nice job, you guys.
Love you guys.
Remove your block. Nice. Bring your hands behind your thighs, and you're gonna rock and roll. Rock and roll on your spine, not going onto your head. Good, just warm it up. And we're going to come up to a seated position and sit up. Yeah, just got it. Okay. Left leg comes forward. Hug your right knee into your chest. Good. Right knee goes out to the side. You guys did a good workout. Now reach up with those arms. Deep inhale, revolve your torso over that left leg and stretch forward. Inhale up. Good. Stretch with your heart, your torso more forward over that leg. Inhale up. And
Which leg is it?
exhale. Good. And hold your foot. See if you can hold your foot. If you need your strap, that's fine. Draw your elbows out to the side. Shoulder blades down your back and pull your knee towards, or pull your nose towards your knee. Nice, inhale up. Good job, you guys. And switch sides. Hug your left knee into your chest. Draw that knee way back. Then your right leg is straight forward. Yep, flex your toes up towards the ceiling. Here we go, arms go up as you revolve your torso over that right leg. Inhale, exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale up, and exhale, reach a little further. Over that front leg. Lift up and reach. Good. Try to grab the ball of your foot. Draw your elbows out to the side. Good. Nose comes clear. Guys. You're feeling your heart rate coming down. Inhale up. Good. And then let's do some sitting windshield wipers. So bend your knees. Feet are wider than a mat. Good. And then bring your hands behind you. Palms are facing down. Good. Let those knees fall to the left. Good. Rotate your head to the right. Come back to center. Rotate your head to the left. Let's go to the right. Good. Come back to center one more time each side.
Good job, guys. Keep going. Keep going.
Back up. And to the right. And back up. Nice. Walk the feet in. A little bit closer to your body. And your palms are facing down. Fingertips away from you. Draw your shoulders up. Lift up your tushy a little bit. This isn't on. Adam loves to call it tushy. And just slide your hips slightly back towards your arms, and then move it gently forward. So you want to feel it coming back into the stretch in your arms, and then more towards your feet. So just be really gentle and kind with your body. Back and forward, last time. Oh, stay here. Feel the stretch in your biceps. These are your biceps. Mostly. Nice job, you guys. Hips coming down. Good. Everyone bring your hands to your heart. I honor you for your practice, showing up today, being here all together as a team. Thank you. We're going to have an awesome Wednesday. Namaste. Amen. Good job, you guys. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
So I didn't offer a water break. So if you definitely need water, I would get some now if you didn't.
Yeah, good job, you guys. You guys are
I'm gonna get some
flowing.
water myself. I'm really proud of you.
There were a couple times where I was behind on some stretches, but I caught up. Good
I'm
job.
sorry, Tina, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
There were a couple stretches where you were going a little too fast and I was falling behind, but I caught up.
Oh, can you tell me which one? Was it the balancing one?
The balancing one, the windmill.
Oh. Yeah, it's okay if you need to slow it down and stay connected to your breath and what works for you. So I appreciate you sharing, Tina.
Yeah, good honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
and way to
really
push all the way
good.
It's
through.
good to be honest. Maybe even
And
all the
it's-
time.
Yeah, it's good to be aware of your body. So those balancing poses, those can be really challenging. And sometimes it does take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because when I'm encouraging you to breathe, you may not be breathing in sync with what I'm encouraging you to do. And flowing at your own pace is totally fine, because we always take a little break in between before we switch to the other side, usually.
Yeah.
So were you able to get it all in? You just took longer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's totally fine. I've noticed that a couple times. You don't always have to stay up, even if you take, Josh, I notice even with Josh's class, sometimes you're finishing,
Yeah, like
finishing in between.
yesterday.
Yeah. But what's really cool is that you definitely, you definitely get in, you try to get in all the reps. So I'm really proud of you for that, Tina.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Amy here?
Welcome back, Deb.
Yes.
Welcome.
Amy,
Hi,
Marilyn,
Amy.
teacher
There we are.
Debbie.
She is.
You're welcome.
Jacob.
Woohoo.
Back.
Good morning, Jacob.
Morning.
Oh, and Selena's here today.
Oh, yay.
Good morning,
Good.
Selena.
Have I met?
There's
Hold
Josh. Morning.
Yay.
Have I met Selena? No.
No.
Might not have. She's really
I
cool.
think so.
She has a really cute little dog named Clifford.
Clifford.
She's a
Clifford.
world traveler. Huh, Selena?
I used to watch that.
Service dog too.
Probably another
did
outfit
what?
I'd wear.
My mom's been doing some research and she's trying to get me a service dog.
Oh,
that
that
would be
really
Tina. That would be
that
great.
could be
That'd be
very
awesome.
beneficial.
Yeah.
My dog will freak out if I have another dog in my
Yeah. Well, service dogs are special because they have a lot of training and they
Yeah.
have a purpose,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
So
type
who's
of
ready
dog
for
are we talking?
meditation?
I
Oh,
do.
What, Jacob?
What type of dog are we talking? Like what type of guide's dog or service dog are we talking?
I don't know
okay.
I don't know what you're trying to ask me.
We can talk about that later. Let's get into the meditate because we're going to do serve safe. And I think that's a good topic for one of our breakout groups is to talk about stuff like that. So
Yeah.
why don't we have like a breakout group if we have time later this morning or in
Well,
the
who knows if I'll be,
Yeah.
you know,
Perfect.
I won't be in there that long because it's Wednesday.
Yeah, you got your plans. No worries.
no
have
worries,
plenty
Jacob.
of
It's all
time to
good.
chat.
Yeah. All right. So, hey everybody. It is pouring rain today, like pouring, and it's like 42
Nice.
degrees. It's really, yeah. It's really
Good.
nice.
It's sunny here.
I know, man. So I was going to do an outdoor meditation, but I can't in the pouring rain. So, that blew that
Or you
whole
can.
meditation
Amy,
out.
you can.
So what we're going to do a 5-minute meditation today. And I would like us to either 2 choices. I'm going to play the Dharma drum, the little one that I brought. And everybody heard it yesterday, correct?
Yes.
You all could
Yeah,
hear?
I
Okay,
can
good.
hear it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you're going to do one of 2 things. You can go grab your 10 items and count
What's that?
as I drum. And so Jacob, yes, I see your hand. Jacob, one of the meditations that we do is you have 10 items, like 10 playing cards or 10 pennies, 10 of something,
God.
and you count them from one side to the other. But Jacob, what I am thinking for you and for people that don't want to do counting today, you can do the walking meditation. And if
Okay.
anyone wants to go, yes, so if you want to do the walking one and you're just walking from one side of the room to the other,
Yeah.
okay. If, I see Tina getting up. I think Tina's going to do the walking meditation. I know she really likes that one. If you want to put something on the ground, like the one where we had the yoga mats or a towel, and we walked on those items, concentrating on our feet. You can do that as well if you're walking. So I think it looks like Tina's gonna walk. Lauren, are you counting?
Yeah, I'm counting.
You're counting.
Me
Do you have the
too.
10 items ready?
Well, actually, I'm going to count in my head.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. So you're not going to be doing anything else, right, Lauren? Do you want to put your hands in your lap so then you can focus? Awesome. Thank you. And I see
Do
Miss
we just walk
Daisy
in place?
Duck.
or-
Yeah, you could just walk in place as well. That works too. Daisy Duck Michelle, are you counting today?
Yes.
Awesome. And Hassett, are you counting today?
Sure.
Or are you
In my head.
walking? In your head? Yeah, you can. If you're counting in your head, I want you to make sure that your hands are folded or on your knees, or you can use your fingers to count. Because if you don't have your hands controlled, when you count, you'll start wanting to write something or do something else. Okay, Wyatt, it looks like Wyatt, you can sit and count and listen to the drum, okay?
How about Jordan?
Those are the only people I see.
I'll
Jordan,
just-
what are you doing?
Same thing, counting.
You're gonna count, okay, yeah. So if you don't have the physical items, make sure you can count your fingers.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just make sure you're focusing just on that. We're gonna go 5 minutes today, okay? So, everybody ready? Let me get my timer going. Boop-de-doo. Let's take our 2 cleansing breaths. 1, 2, 3. And one more. All right.
Amy?
Nice. Yes.
We could hear you, but we can't see you, you know.
Okay. Well, some people can see me. If you can't see me, that's okay.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Is that better? Okay. And I'm just
Yeah.
going to be playing the drum over here. Okay. So everybody's ready. You're counting or you're walking. And the timer is going. Here we go. And there's our 5 minutes. All right. How was that for everyone?
It was good.
It was good?
That was
Good.
so nice with the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the
I will-
calypso, whatever the heck that thing is.
Yeah, isn't that nice? It's a Dharma drum. And I was playing it in my stepmother's garden, and it was just lovely. And that's what I wanted to do with you guys today. But this worked out just as well. So good. So was everyone able to really kind of go into a meditation and just do your counting and your walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Yeah, Jacob. So how was that with the walking? You liked it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The thing is that we're inside the house.
I know. Yeah.
So that's kind of weird, but oh well.
Yeah. Yeah. We're making it work. Good. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. That was
Oh,
really
you guys
good.
have done great.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, you guys. That was good. Michelle, how was it for you?
Good. I tried it with my eyes closed, but then I was dropping one of the marbles.
Into things,
So-
Michelle.
So did you have to open your eyes up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, closing your eyes, that's how you feel how blind people feel.
Yeah, yeah. And closing my eyes sometimes when I started meditation, if I closed my eyes and if I was doing a movement one, I would lose track of what I was doing. And if I tried to just sit, I would start to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't think that'd be good if any of us fell asleep on Zoom.
No. No. So sometimes, Michelle, yeah, if you close your eyes and it
happens.
doesn't work, totally, yeah, open your eyes because it takes a while to do, especially if you're counting items. It is hard to do with your eyes closed. You've got the music going. Yeah, so that definitely happens. I noticed it happened with me a lot. And I just kind of go, oh, got to have my eyes open for that. So thank you guys so much. Celine,
Thank you.
Celine, yes, thank you. Hi, Selena. How are you today? I see she's muted.
Again, I don't think I've ever met Celine or
Yeah, is today the first day that you're on with her?
that I'm making who knows, I guess you could say making a new friend.
Yeah, definitely are. Hey, Selena.
Wave, can you wave, Selena?
Hey,
Give us a
Selena.
wave.
He's moving.
Hey,
Thank
Selena.
you. Awesome. It's good to see you, sweetie.
Okay, so we are
Great.
gonna be moving on, you guys. We're gonna talk about there's a webinar on the ServeSafe website, and it's about it's going to be a course about reopening guidance. So I thought it was important. We thought it was important to share
Thank
with
you.
guys.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to watch it together. I
Oh,
believe it's 13 minutes, and then we will talk about it. Okay.
you don't know how good you're making me feel right now.
Hi, sweetie girl.
You say hi.
Hey, Seren.
Hi, Serenity.
Aww. No, you can have.
I'm gonna mute.
You can have a string cheese. Okay. So, sorry.
Blessing.
I got it. I'm sharing it with you.
All right.
All right. So you might want to mute yourselves while we watch this together. I'm going to mute myself just in case Seren jumps in. So, oh no, I'm not going to mute myself because you guys won't hear the video. So we have a little distraction. That's just how it is, right? Okay, here we go, all together.
COVID-19 precautions training video from SurfSafe guiding you as you plan to reopen your operation. Before you begin, this course is not SurfSafe Manager or SurfSafe Food Handler training or certification. You will not receive CEUs. A record of training is available after you watch the complete video. You can download the record of training immediately after completing the video by clicking this icon. A transcript is available through the resources button on your screen. Other important COVID-19 resources are also available through the resources button. You can use the media player to pause or rewind the video at any time. If you have any questions, please visit www.surfsafe.com/contact-us.
I have a home loan right now with Quicken Loans for my second home. It's not my primary residence.
Oh, I think that's Selena.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way we live and the way we work. And there's no place where that's more true than in the restaurant and food service industry. But now, finally, it's time to talk about reopening. Not every operation will do this in exactly the same way, but there are some basics that we all need to know. To work safely in a restaurant these days, it's essential to know how the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus that causes COVID-19 works and how to avoid it. COVID-19 is spread from person to person. Anytime an infected person sneezes or coughs or talks or laughs, they create respiratory droplets that can land in the noses and mouths of anyone nearby, or even be inhaled directly into the lungs. That means that if you're in close contact with that person within 6 feet of them, there's a risk that you could become infected. Those droplets can also land on surfaces such as tables, menus, phones, or just about anything, really. If a person touches a contaminated surface and then rubs their mouth, eyes, or nose, it can have the same outcome. It can lead to infection. If a person does become infected, they may show a variety of different symptoms. The most common symptoms include a cough and shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. And people with COVID-19 may exhibit 2 or more of these symptoms: fever, chills, repeated shaking with chills, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, and a new loss of taste or smell. These symptoms can appear anywhere from 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus, but some infected people may not show symptoms at all. More information is available from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at cdc.gov. Keeping yourself healthy is the best way to keep your guests safe. The virus spreads between people in close contact, so social distancing is the best way to avoid it. As not all infected people show symptoms, it is best to keep your distance at all times. Also avoid touching your face with unwashed hands, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. You don't want to give the virus a free ride into your body. And of course, wash your hands. That's more important now than ever. What else can you do to keep your guests safe? The most important thing is to stay home if you're feeling sick. So tell your manager when you feel ill. They'll let you know what you need to do. Some operations may look for signs of illness during a pre-work screening, and some may check to see if employees have a high temperature, or they may ask you to check yourself. It depends on the operation and local legal requirements. Another important precaution you can take is to make sure that coughs and sneezes are covered. And this is where face coverings come in. The main purpose of a face covering is to keep the people around you safe by controlling the spread of droplets, whether you're coughing, sneezing, or even just talking, laughing, or breathing. You want face coverings to fit snugly and comfortably against the side of your face. It doesn't matter whether they tie around the back of your head or use ear loops. Either is fine. Just make sure that the face covering covers both your mouth and nose, fits snugly, and that you can breathe without restriction. Washable cloth face coverings should be made of multiple layers of fabric and should be suitable to being laundered and machine dried. When you're putting the face covering on, be careful not to touch your eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. If you're wearing a face covering in an environment such as a hot kitchen, you may be tempted to touch or adjust it. Avoid this as much as possible. If you do touch the face covering, always treat it as if it's contaminated. Wash your hands and change your gloves if you're wearing them. And if you remove your face covering, remember not to set it on a food contact surface. Either dispose of the mask or place it in a container or bag. Then launder it as directed by your manager. If you don't have a face covering on, you still need to control those droplets, so cough or sneeze into your elbow. Or you can cover your nose and mouth with a tissue, then throw that tissue in the garbage and wash your hands immediately. You work in food service, so you already know how to wash your hands properly. If you have any questions, ask your manager. For control of coronavirus, the CDC recommends 20 seconds of scrubbing, which is longer than the standard food safety practice. After washing, you don't want to recontaminate your hands and arms, so you may want to use a paper towel to turn off the faucet and to open the door when leaving the restroom. But what should you do if you believe your hands may have become contaminated and you're not near a sink, such as when you're on delivery? In that case, the FDA recommends using a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Then wash your hands properly as soon as possible. All right, your hands are sparkling clean. Can you touch ready-to-eat food with bare hands? Nope. Wear single-use gloves whenever handling ready-to-eat food. If the gloves become contaminated, throw them away and get a fresh pair. Follow your operations policy on glove use. As an alternative to gloves, food can be handled with spatulas, deli sheets, tongs, or other utensils. When reopening the operation, you should discard any food items that are out of date. Then the whole place is going to need to be cleaned and disinfected. While dealing with coronavirus, you'll probably hear a lot more about disinfecting. Yep, sanitizing and disinfecting are not exactly the same, and they may use different chemicals. Here's what you need to know. Disinfectant should not be left on food contact surfaces, so you need to rinse it off, then clean and sanitize that food contact surface according to standards. Your manager can tell you how and where to use sanitizers and disinfectants. And what do you need to clean and sanitize when you reopen? Everything. Food contact surfaces, of course, but pretty much everything else too. Basically, if an employee or guest can touch it, then it needs to be cleaned and disinfected. And this isn't just for reopening, but on an ongoing basis as well. Pay special attention to items that are touched frequently, such as light switches, handles and doorknobs, phones, and touch screens. Your manager can tell you more about your operations requirements for cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting. After reopening, cleaning and sanitizing procedures are going to be different than they were before COVID-19. In the back of the house, services will need to be cleaned and sanitized more frequently. Same thing for restrooms. They should be checked regularly and cleaned and disinfected based on how frequently they are used. Everybody appreciates this. In the front of the house, you'll find that things are a bit different as well. Between seatings, it's important to clean and disinfect pretty much anything that can be touched. That includes items such as salt shakers, check presenters, digital ordering devices, and touch screens, and tabletops and seats. Oh, and don't forget menus. Clean and disinfect menus between guests, or throw them away if they're paper. If your operation has self-service areas, your manager can tell you what needs to be done there. We've all heard plenty about social distancing, and we all know that maintaining a 6-foot distance can help to keep us, our coworkers, and our guests safe. And that's important because we will be sharing space with our coworkers in the back of the house and with our guests in the front of the house. Even so, there are steps we can take. After reopening, restaurant and food service operations are going to look a little different. For starters, you'll probably be seeing new signage. That includes signs at the entrance stating that no one with a fever or symptoms of COVID-19 will be permitted inside the operation, and signs that direct guests to hand sanitizer stations and that offer instructions on how to maintain distance. The layout of the facility may change as well. Each operation is different, but you can expect to see efforts made to keep guests and employees at safe distances. That might include things like 6-foot spacing between guests, barriers between booths, smaller tables, changes to the way self-service areas function, and increased spacing in kitchens. The way that we work is also being adapted to allow social distancing. Technology can help here. Contactless payment systems and mobile ordering apps are a good way to reduce close contact. Reservation systems and encouraging guests to call or text ahead can also help to reduce guest crowding in waiting areas and bar areas. In fact, some operations may encourage guests to wait outside or in their cars until a table opens up or while a carryout order is prepared. And don't forget third-party delivery drivers, suppliers, and anyone else who may enter your operation. Social distancing applies to everyone. Of course, our job is to provide great food and service. We will deal with people during the course of our work. So, when working with guests, you may want to use a face covering, or you may be required to. And if your operation has hand sanitizer for guests, be sure to let them know where it is and thank them for their patience. All of this applies to us too. Keep that distance between coworkers, not only while working, but also when taking breaks. If you need to work in smaller kitchens or other confined areas, it may be tricky to stay 6 feet apart. So if that's your situation, consider wearing a face covering to keep your coworkers safe, and clean and sanitize frequently. Your operation may have other strategies as well. We can't talk about reopening without looking at pickup and delivery. Both of these have gotten a lot more popular. The same tools used in the rest of the operation apply here. Using face coverings, maintaining social distancing and preventing crowding, and maintaining good hygiene. A great way to reduce contact during pickup and delivery is to use touchless payment systems if offered by your operation. And offering to place pickup orders directly in the trunk of the guest vehicle is another. Now, whether the customer is picking up or receiving a delivery, the food packaging is critical. It's the barrier between the food and potential contamination. That's why it's so important that the packaging stays closed and intact. It should never be opened by anyone except the customer. Cleaning and disinfecting matters for off-site delivery too. Coolers, insulated bags, even the delivery vehicle that all of this is carried in should be cleaned frequently. Your manager can tell you your operations policies. When delivering food off-site, you want to reduce close contact just like anywhere else. You might encourage your customers to consider no-touch deliveries if offered by your operation. Combining touchless payments, texting, or phoning the customer on arrival, and a no-touch handoff can keep contact to a minimum while still providing great service. And that's basically it. We're ready to get back to work. Operations are reopening, and now you know what you need to do. Keep everything clean and disinfected, pay attention to hygiene, especially hands, and maintain social distancing. Of course, the situation continues to change, and we learn more every day. If we do our part, we can help keep everyone safer, employees and guests.
Okay.
Before you leave, download your record of training by clicking this icon at the bottom of your screen. Access this course again at any time using the link in your registration email. The latest COVID-19 resources can be found at www.surfsafe.com.
Good information right here. So this is a great site, you guys, the www.surfsafe.com. And so if you have any questions regarding, you know, when we come back and how we're going to be in, you know, especially the cottage kitchen, you can always reference this ServSafe. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. I don't know if anybody was writing it down. Was anybody writing it down? The ServSafe. You can always watch the videos again. That's where they have the ServSafe certification, which most of you guys know about. And there's a couple more videos that we may watch together. Okay, so what did you guys think of the video?
It was really good. It was
What
good.
do you think was good about it, Lauren?
How to prepare food safely and when they're reopening.
Okay. So that's important to know, right? When we go
Mhm.
back and, because we cook usually like once a week. Sometimes, I mean, I would say it averages out at least once a week together. So what was a fact that you learned from the video?
Always wash your hands.
Always wash your hands frequently before cooking
Okay.
or after cooking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jordan, and we do
Always wash-
that. We do that.
We always wash our hands before
To
cooking.
It's good to reinforce it.
It's
And
important to know.
Can you share something that you may have learned from the video?
For the food handler, that when you cut something, make sure it's clean before.
Make sure that it's clean. Are you referring to a knife?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a little different at Hidden Wings because we don't have a dishwasher to sanitize. So we may have to do things a little bit different on that end, you know, really extra washing silverware and stuff. So we'll figure that out. Let's see, Jacob, I know you're muted, but did you learn anything from watching the video?
Well, there we go. I'm not muted now. You have to wear a mask.
Yeah, so currently it looks like you have to wear a mask. You're preparing.
So here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, Jen, but whenever we get back and are in the room together, if you know what I mean, if we'll still have to wear face coverings, face masks.
You know, that's a really good question, Jacob. And I know that, so this website updates factual information all the time. So I really think it's dependent upon when we get back and whatever the guidelines are then. So I can't really say yes or no to that answer, okay? But we'll definitely figure it out for when we get back. This is just, this is right now how it would be. So if we were to meet, if Hassett was gonna go back to work, right, Hassett? If you were gonna, do you know anything about going back to work?
I have to wait until, I told him probably after 4th of July.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna have to wait until a little bit longer.
Okay, so when
When I-
Hassett goes
when I-
back to work, Hassett's probably gonna have to wear a face mask when you're preparing food, because that's the guidelines right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it could change in 2 weeks. We don't know.
It could.
2 weeks. How do you feel about that, Hassett?
Well, about not working?
Well, would you prefer to work and wear a mask or not work?
Well, if you wear a mask, it'll help me a little bit better.
Okay, so do you feel more comfortable?
Wearing a mask? Yeah.
So that's good.
Good.
So that's a positive thing. And that's, Hassett, you really care about your health and your well-being, and that's important for you. Yeah. And we know you love your job too. So that's a win-win situation. So this just kind of reinforced that. So I know some of you are a little bit like apprehensive and anxious, and I don't really love wearing a mask too, but if you have an attitude like Hassett, like, well, it's actually protecting me.
Yeah, I'll wear one, but I don't like wearing it. I will do it, but I don't like doing it.
Me neither.
But you can change your thought process. Like, I'm doing this because I love myself and I'm going to take care of myself. And these are the guidelines that the health department is recommending.
Exactly.
Right?
Plus, all of our friends wear that are even not in the wings.
So we
And
don't
also,
have to
guys,
like it, we just do it.
and also, guys, we're in this together, you know?
Yeah.
If you wear a mask, you're keeping other people safe as well. You know, yourself and others.
Yeah.
Did
So, Tina, is there something that you would like to share about the video?
I thought the video was, I thought they were gonna mention something about traveling in an airplane.
they did?
Yeah, that video was more about food though, not so much about travel and reopening. It's about handling food now that things are reopening, trying to return back to normal. And it can also help you understand if you go out to eat right now, you might see people at McDonald's or other places wearing masks and gloves, and you might think, oh,
You
why?
have to. You
And they
have
have
to.
to. Yeah, they have to because that's their job.
Let me chime in with something. If I were to go to McDonald's and get my cheeseburger or whatever, I probably would have to wear a mask to do McDonald's right now.
Yes.
In the drive-thru, you
They
have to wear a
ask
mask.
that you do, that you wear it even in the drive-through, just because you're still within 6 feet of each other. So we want to make sure that those droplets don't get in the air, because we just don't know who's sick. You can't really tell by looking at
It's
someone.
an invisible virus, you guys.
Not only that,
can't
but
even
some
see it.
some people don't show the symptoms. Some people
Right.
have been fine, and they got
They're
someone else
fine.
very
That's what I learned too from the video, is that some people do not show any symptoms. They're just like a carrier.
Yeah.
So
Young people especially.
could
So
have
our
all
group
had
is
it.
kind of that kind of group, that we're all young. We have to make sure that we protect people that are much younger than us or older than us. It's kind of our
Yeah.
responsibility in the
Yeah,
community,
especially
right?
those that are older than us, because they're the most vulnerable.
They're waiting.
And it's we need to protect them, right?
Yeah.
That's protection.
What are the symptoms?
Well,
Did you go over
in
the
the video,
pictures?
in the video, it showed some examples of symptoms.
Fever, coughing.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie had a fever.
Well, before we left, before Hidden Wings had to change to our remote school, yes, Jackie did have a fever, and we were concerned.
Really?
Jackie was to go
I got
home.
a fever
Nobody-
too when I
Yeah, nobody can come back to Hidden Wings with a fever. And if you have a fever and we're meeting on Monday, please do not show up. You can join us on a FaceTime call, or we'll figure out a different plan. But if you have a fever, you want to take care of yourself and keep everyone else safe too. But not every fever is a reflection of the COVID, okay?
Can you have something
That's right.
different?
Yeah.
So, Michelle, I know you work at El Rancho. How did you feel about the video? I know you're muted.
There, I'm unmuted now. It gets hot in the back when I have to wear it.
So Michelle, you're not preparing food, but you still have to wear a mask, right?
Yes.
And how long are your shifts?
4 hours, 10 to 2 on Monday or Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays.
Wow. So for 4 hours, how many days a week? Was it 4 days a week or 3?
So Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes Sundays if they need me, like a holiday. Or a holiday.
So
they might
2
need me.
days a week.
Yeah.
So 2
unless
days
they
a
need
week.
me.
Or holiday, sometimes.
Fridays and Saturdays, and then sometimes Sundays. Okay.
Yeah, depending like.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Michelle's, you're working through it, right?
And she's a trooper too. I see her at El Rancho almost every Friday working away.
Yeah.
Wow, Michelle.
Yeah, I love to spray those carts though with the sanitizer. That's my favorite. It's like
Wow, that's amazing. That's good that you're sanitizing them.
it's like a water park. And Jerry does. I'm like, oh man, I wanted to do that.
Oh, Michelle, I appreciate your commitment to keep everyone safe.
And
Yeah.
You're just doing it. You're going for it. You're keeping your job. You're working hard. And yeah, sometimes it's a little frustrating, but you're an inspiration to the rest of us who may be challenged to wear a mask for, I have to be honest with you. I don't like it I had to go to Albertsons to get stuff yesterday.
And did you wear a mask, Jen?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
yeah,
okay.
you have to wear a mask. They won't let you
And
go
I didn't
in.
want to,
Supposed
Yeah.
but you know what? I changed my thought process and I said, well, I'm going to keep myself safe. I'm going to keep other people safe. And honestly, Michelle, you inspire me because you're wearing it for all of your shifts. And
That's how you get your job.
right, to keep
Yeah.
it up. So that's just the way, if that's the way it is, that's just the way it is. And
Yeah.
we're all in this together. Like we're
Yeah,
gonna,
we just have
we're
to
all in it
adjust.
together, and we're all gonna be challenged in different ways, but we're here to support each other. Okay.
As long as you know it's not forever thing.
When I get kind of frustrated, when we're working out and we're doing those like kick punches, if you're frustrated that you have to wear a mask and you just don't feel like it, just take out your energy when you're, take it out then. Like just take out your frustration. when you're
What's up,
working
Jacob?
out.
You know what I've actually found, and I've kind of got a kick out of. I've honestly gotten a little bit of a kick out of seeing everybody with their masks look like when they have them on.
Yeah, enjoy the club.
I teased them last week. I'm like, doesn't it remind you of the Masked Singer from the TV show?
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I love that
You
show.
look like a bunch of doctors.
Too bad you don't get paid as
Wiley.
much with just wearing a mask.
Right?
True.
So guys, the main thing is just trying to get into your mind that to reframe it. If you feel frustrated that you have to wear a mask, you feel irritated, or if you have those negative thoughts, try to stop that cycle. Try to throw a spoke in that wheel, if that makes sense. So try to reframe it into like, oh man, I get to wear a mask so that way I keep everyone safe. Just try to reframe it into a more positive way. Because if you're going in a circle all the time, like, oh man, I have to do this. Oh crap, I have to do this. Oh man, I have to do this. What ends up happening? You end up not wanting to do it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So you've got to reframe it in your brain. And I know it's really hard. It's one of the hardest things to do in the world, but it'll make you more productive out in society,
Yeah.
That's really
Just wear it and say, I'm staying safe. I'm keeping everybody else safe. And that's a much better attitude with it. Yes.
Exactly.
So what's really helped me is I say, I get to be safe.
Mhm.
I get to take
Yes.
care of my body. I get to do this, right? Instead of I have to.
I have to. Yeah.
I get to, right?
And just that little reframing, it refocuses your brain and actually gives different signals to your reward sensors, guys.
Yeah. It is a pain to wear a mask, though.
But you get to take care of your body.
Do it. We have
Yes,
to
you get to
focus
take care
on
of
the
yourself.
good parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're not sick and no one else is sick, and that's a good part.
I never see Debbie
Right.
on Rancho anymore.
Jennifer, when
I never see you, Debbie.
Oh,
El
well, I
Rancho.
didn't know very often.
Jennifer, when exactly?
It's too expensive to go around Joe.
I think Tina has a question for me and I
Yeah,
can't
but-
quite hear her. So if you do have a question, it's best maybe raise your hand or reach out. Okay. So Tina, can you, I'm listening.
When exactly did this coronavirus start?
Where?
When?
When?
Are you saying when, Tina?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
it started last
started in
year.
March.
Well,
Yeah.
for us, but in the world, it kind of started last year, and that's why it's called COVID-19.
Yeah, it's like
I think
It
it
started like China.
December.
Yeah.
China
end of
when
October.
I think it
End of
started
October.
Yeah,
in China
it
when
was
someone
early
ate
November.
something. When someone ate an exotic animal, and then
Yep.
this virus started spreading in China.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it started in late October.
Because there's a slight chance that I may have gotten it a few months ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
we just don't know. We just
Yeah, you
don't
just
know,
don't
and
know.
that's why
And you're
we're
all healthy right now. So that's good.
Thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
I might get it because I was sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we just don't know.
I
But that's
know
why
sick
it's
and
better to
not
be extra
from
safe.
Universal
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Yeah,
was sick.
hopefully you'll have some immunity now.
Yeah, because
Good
your bodies are pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
So how do you guys think that this, do you think this makes sense why we're gonna make our burgers tomorrow and our patties together if you can, and then grill them, you know, separately? Does that make sense? Why we're not
Yeah.
all forming patties and mixing them all together?
Nope.
Not right now.
No.
We're just being extra
Yeah.
careful.
Mm-hmm.
So who,
But
I
we're going to learn the right way to cook them. We're going to learn the right way to prepare them. We're going to learn the right way to cook them. And then everybody's safe. You're safe, and the other they cook their meat will be safe.
who is planning on making some burgers with us tomorrow? Is there anyone that's gonna do that? What
I
was
already
it?
made mine early because we had meat and I needed to use it. But I can tell you what I did.
And you
'Cause
know
I put
what?
them in the air fryer. It was awesome.
Ooh,
That
nice.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never
I'm gonna
tried-
watch
Oh,
I
yeah. I'm
gonna watch.
because
I'm gonna watch
I'll be
too.
in Yosemite, so I'm gonna in Yellowstone, so I'm gonna watch and take
Might
notes.
watch
I might
too.
learn something new.
Oh, there we go. And you're camping, so that's a good time to learn.
I know it's
Definitely.
perfect. Yeah.
You're gonna have to go out in
So
the pouring rain.
You can cook.
I know.
But Hafen, did
Well-
you say you were gonna make burgers with us?
Yeah.
Okay. cool.
Okay, so you
Oh,
got your
good.
meat?
Yep.
Oh, good.
And is it thawed,
Uh,
or do you?
I put it in the refrigerator last night.
Oh,
good.
perfect. Good
Nice.
job.
So it should be
Really
good by
perfect.
tomorrow.
By tomorrow.
I have mine's already formed in the bag.
Okay, yours are they like in a package where they usually put like, I think, parchment paper in between them?
Yeah, the ones from Costco, they're formed.
Yeah.
They're frozen. Those are the ones I'm
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's perfect. So you're gonna bring one of those
Yes.
when we do.
If we do
Wednesday
barbecue.
afternoon.
Yeah, so we're still, I believe we're still up in the air of whether we can use the barbecues or not. But regardless, whoever can make their patties tomorrow, we'll still form them and freeze them individually so that you guys can take them. If it's not this Monday, it'll be, you know, in a few more weeks. So
Well, yeah. 2 weeks.
I'm not exactly sure if you can use the barbecues at some locations, like the local locations. There's a lot of restrictions and things are like
Yeah.
are changing daily.
I haven't seen them make barbecue.
Stuart, are you gonna make burgers with us tomorrow?
At like home?
Yeah.
At your
Yeah.
house.
No,
But
I'm not.
You make your burger at home, you get to prepare it, and then you bring it to wherever we're going to meet and possibly cook it.
Oh wait, we're meeting tomorrow?
No.
Nope, this
No,
is
no, no.
Monday.
Monday.
Oh. No, I'm not going to be doing the burgers.
Okay.
I don't know. I might just
You can watch.
watch for now.
No worries,
Just tell
Jacob.
parents about getting hamburger meat.
Yeah, I did, or I put it on the list,
Oh, good.
on the shopping list. But for now, I'm just probably gonna. Until then, I'll probably just,
Okay.
Yeah, no stress. We want this to be a no stress
Yeah.
environment, you know?
Yeah, we just
Looked it up.
keep it the right way.
I looked it up. They said that to call the city parks for solving.
They said what, Michelle?
To call the like your city recreation parks for solving. I looked it up yesterday.
To call to see if you can use the barbecues?
I think so. Yeah, I looked it up. Something like that yesterday.
Okay, well, Michelle would you like to be in charge of calling during the lunch break today?
I don't know which parts are open though. Yeah.
Well, call both.
So you would call, you said you found the number.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I would have to look it up again on Google. Just call part. Right.
Oh, see you later, Stuart.
Hi,
See you later, Stuart.
Bye, Stuart.
Well, that would be really cool if you were to call Michelle, and why don't you call if you can, if you have time at lunch, and ask if the Sunnyfields Park is open for if we could do a barbecue there, or how about Hands Christian Andersen.
How many people?
I'd say just 25. Probably.
See Jacob.
I'd rather put a little
No.
extra.
Okay.
That's a good question.
In the afternoon.
That's a lot of people. They might not let us.
Well, you could say, well, if we can barbecue, how many people can?
Okay.
You know, what's the capacity?
No.
So thank you, Michelle, for taking that on. That's really great of you. I'll be excited to hear. I'll be excited to hear after lunch. If you can find.
Remember, I'm just gonna be there for a little bit because today's Wednesday.
Oh,
What are you doing today?
That's okay.
Remember, I have to get my allergy
tomorrow.
shots.
What?
I have to get allergy shots down in Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara?
Yep.
Right.
Well, that's a long drive just to get allergy shots. For
Well,
you.
they used to do it at up in here in Santa Maria, but now they don't do it here anymore. They do it all the way down in Santa Barbara.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, if
It
it
was being
helps
conscious.
you, then you get to be healthier.
Lunch
and
arrived.
have
Yeah.
your immune system by taking your allergy shots. So that's awesome. That's a great thing.
Lunch arrived.
Well, there are more reasons why I take allergy shots, why I wanted to take allergy shots than that.
Hi, Izzy.
All right, you guys.
All
Well,
right, guys.
it is just about time for lunch. So we'll get back
I'll
together
see
at
you
1:30 and
for a
we'll start
little
with
bit.
stretching. Yeah, that'll be great. Jacob, we'll be happy to have you for however long you can come.
Bye.
All right, guys, have a good
Bye,
lunch.
guys. Have a good
Have
lunch.
fun.
Have a good lunch.
Jacob.
See you.